So I'm currently in the UK, and that got me thinking, why should you invest in Dubai real estate? So in this video, I'm going to be looking at the pros and the cons of investing in Dubai. So I'll look at the positive aspects of investing in Dubai real estate first. So the first big factor is affordability. So if you compare Dubai to other major world cities such as London, New York, Hong Kong, Singapore, it is a lot more affordable to buy into here. And considering Dubai is likely to carry on growing, and by 2040 they almost want to double the population, this gives you an amazing opportunity to buy into a city in a relatively early growth stage. So if you're looking at from the affordability aspect, if you invest in the right location, there's a great opportunity that prices will continue to carry on rising, maybe in the short term and near mid-term. They'll dip, but over a long term, I'm sure real estate in Dubai is going to carry on doing very well as more and more people demand to move here. So that leads me on to the next point, which is yields. So because it's relatively affordable, you can get better yields. So that is a massive benefit to people. And it is largely dominated by tourism as well. And because it's got such a big tourism sector, if you invest in the right location, in a popular tourist destination, there's a great opportunity where you can buy real estate at a relatively affordable price, and then also you can rent it at a very high price. So it's not uncommon to get yields above 10% in popular locations. So as a real estate investor, this is very attractive. Another positive of investing in Dubai real estate is the fact that it's pegged to the US dollar. This is a bit of a double-edged sword, because if the US dollar does very badly compared to your own home currency, then it's not very good. However, as a diversification strategy, it's a very powerful tool, because whether we like it or not, the US dollar is the most powerful currency in the world, and it's likely to stay the most powerful currency in the world, at least in the near future. So what this means, especially if you're from a weaker economy, it protects you from any currency collapses. So we've seen recently, Lebanon, Argentina, all their currencies have been eroded away to inflation and have effectively become worthless. Therefore, if you're investing in a place like Dubai, you are effectively pegged to the US dollar, which is a very powerful diversification and risk strategy, especially if you're from a weaker economy where inflation could erode the value of your money. So this is a pretty critical point, especially if you're a high net worth individual. And finally, another major benefit of investing in Dubai real estate is, like I mentioned, it's rapidly growing. They want to almost double the population from about 3.6 million to 5.8 million by 2040. Also, they want to become a leading financial center. So there's big pushes in different sectors of the economy. It's not just tourism, it's not just oil, there's services which are now being provided. And also a massive benefit of investing in Dubai is the strategic location. So Dubai is right in the center of Europe and Asia, and also Africa's very close by, and India. India is the second largest population in the world, will soon become the largest, and their economy is growing. And a lot of the Indian population are very attracted to Dubai, and they want to invest their money there. So what this could lead to, you're going to get more demand for property, and there's going to be further capital appreciation and rental increases. So there's been so many times where people have said Dubai is a one-trick pony and the property is going to collapse because of supply. And yes, there has been big market fluctuations, but every single time Dubai's economy and property has rebounded even stronger, and I do not see this changing in the near future. So they are some of the positives of investing in Dubai real estate. Before I go on to the next bit of the video, I thought I'd show you a bit of a countryside where I live, which is nice. So there you are, that is some of the English countryside. I live in a place called Dockenfield, which is near Farnham in Surrey. So very nice to be back, because it is very hot in Dubai currently. So what are some of the drawbacks of investing in Dubai real estate? So because it is a relatively new market, which basically got created 20 years ago, it's very volatile compared to more mature markets. We've seen 2 times before massive spikes in prices and relatively sharp declines. Right now we're currently in a phase where we're going through rapid expansion, large property growth, and I'm sure in the short to mid-term, we're gonna see a property correction at some point. This doesn't just happen all the way across Dubai, it's very location specific. Some locations will be more immune to any corrections because people still demand to live there and there's no more supply which can be built. Whereas there's other areas which have grown rapidly in price along with the rest of the market. However, there's a lot of supply which is scheduled to come onto the market. So areas like this, you've got to watch out for. So this brings me on to my next point quite nicely, which is oversupply. Oversupply in Dubai is a pretty big problem because there's no natural barriers other than the ocean. That means when property prices are high, developers build as much property as they can. And then this leads to a situation where, like we're seeing now, there's more and more properties which are coming onto the market, and eventually that will get to a point where supply will outstrip demand. And once that happens, property prices and rents will start to decrease. So this isn't going to be, again, the same as everywhere in Dubai. There are some locations where supply has been built. These are primarily properties which are along the waterfront, such as the ocean, or areas such as the Dubai Marina, and also properties which are along the metro line. Also, another big issue of investing in Dubai is choosing a reputable developer. So Dubai does have some cowboy developers out there. They'll use very cheap labor, they'll use very cheap materials, and that means the building depreciates very, very quickly. It may initially look all shiny and brand new. However, if it is poorly maintained, the building will lose its value relatively quickly, and you'll find yourself in 5-10 years time, it's a very poor quality building. No one really wants to live there, and your investment won't be worth as much as what you paid for it. This has happened to a lot of people, so it is critical you pick a high quality, reputable developer. And you can find this by looking at reviews online, talking to brokers, and speaking to people who know the market, which are the developers to go for and which are the ones to avoid. So that is a pretty critical point. And a final drawback of Dubai would be the opportunity cost of capital. For example, if you're not a resident in Dubai and you're investing from overseas, you've got to look at why do you want to invest in Dubai? Are you investing in Dubai right now because everyone says it's the best investment ever? Or have you thought about it more from a investment perspective where you're looking at, okay, I want to have a diversification from my own home currency, I want the tax benefits, and 3, do you want a visa? Because if you're a high net worth individual, you can purchase property and you can get a 10-year visa, which is very attractive. However, if you're just investing in Dubai because you've heard it's the next best thing, you could find yourself in a situation where you invest in a poorer quality project, you don't do the correct research, and then you realize you've made the wrong investment and you lose money. So for this reason, it is important to look at why you are investing in Dubai, and if you can get better returns by investing, 1, in your own home country, and 2, do you even want to invest in real estate in the first place? So that's all stuff to consider. And in the meantime, if you want to know what are the 5 best buildings to invest in the Dubai Marina, watch this video here and don't forget to like and subscribe.